So it's been 8 years since we launched Peoplevox and did our first line of code, almost 8 years. And we've grown our software bit by bit, serving the warehouse community. And the time has come where we needed someone serious to come in and run the tech side of our business. So I'm pleased to introduce Graham. Graham's joined us this month, and I wanted to just have a chat with him and go through a few questions so you can be introduced to him. So the first thing is, just kick us off by tell us a bit about yourself and why have you joined Peoplevox?
Sure. So I'm Graham, and my background is I started a company called Peoplevox 17 years ago as a small startup, and we grew it into a pan-European business, acquired a few other businesses along the way like Moonpig. I was the CEO for the first 6 years. I was then the CTO for about 8 years, and helping to develop new businesses within there for the last couple of years. So I saw it right from day one, £2.70 first day's revenue, through to a £300 million business, and got to experience all the challenges along the way. And why Peoplevox? Well, after leaving Peoplevox, I worked with a number of startups and a number of smaller companies and had some great fun solving their problems and helping them with their problems, but I didn't really want to work for any of them. Peoplevox, when I first met you and started hearing about the company, I just thought there are some really interesting problems here. It's a great stage of business, growing very rapidly, great team, and I thought this is the place I want to be.
Interesting. And so you've chosen the life of tech. What are the essential things in a software business like ours that we need to focus on?
So I think it's really important to identify a big, huge, challenging goal for the company, get everybody circled around it, focused on solving that problem and working together. Therefore, I think the culture of a company like ours is really important. Everybody has to feel like we win together and we really feel the customer. So I think that's the important thing for the company.
Yeah, and the CTO, so Chief Technology Officer, that role, you were CEO of the company you founded, you took the route of CTO. What are the things that a CTO does? What can they do for us, for example?
In my case, I love technology. I studied it at uni, and I've always been a technologist, and even though I did other things in my career as well, I keep returning to CTO as my comfort zone. I think it's important to try and make kind of order out of the chaos, to understand all of the complex problems presented by our clients and by software generally, and to make it nice, tidy, predictable, to help scale the business. I mean, I know Peoplevox has grown 100% last year, and that growth is likely to continue. That presents lots of challenges, and I went through this at Peoplevox, growing the business so rapidly in a few number of years. You end up kind of on the 6th and 7th iteration of your software. You have to cope with scale all the way up. There are lots of things to help us these days, like cloud and great software tools and smart teams, but nevertheless that scale needs planning for. And you've got to have the right process. So yeah, lots of challenges, but I'm used to them.
And in terms of today, we're doing, as a company, we do a warehouse management system primarily focused on e-commerce. What's your view on where that might go with the technology?
So I still think there's some really interesting challenges within the core product of warehouse management, and I think there's a lot further we can go with that. We can make it easier for our clients to onboard and to grow the implementation and to explore new areas of warehouse management they haven't thought about before. I'm also really keen to explore how we can take the product set into other parts of the supply chain. I know some of our clients are asking for that. There are certainly areas of supply chain and inventory management that I think we can add a lot of value to. And I'm really excited about data insight. At Peoplevox, we had huge amounts of data with customers uploading millions of images every day. And I think we can learn a lot about inventory and supply chain from the data already in our systems, and we can use that to advise our customers, and there's lots of interesting insights we can give them about their own data in their own warehouse.
Yeah,
so I think lots of fun challenges, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Great. So that's all for today. We'll be back soon with another session between Graham and I.